Bitcoin mining is getting more and more difficult, so today I'm going to show you 3 coins you could mine instead and truly earn more money. What's up? I'm Vosk. I'm covered in dog hair because I love my dog. You're on the VoskCoin YouTube channel where I work on trying to make the best crypto content I possibly can while also building the VoskCoin mining farm in tandem with that. When you look at daily emission, right, there's a lot of money to be made in mining. I mean, Bitcoin alone is putting out $30 million in emission over the last 24 hours. Many other cryptocurrencies are putting out millions, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. But when you zoom into the market, the coins have come down significantly in price recently, going down 11%, right? Nervos is really down like 25% or something over the last 2 weeks. It's painful. It's painful. Bitcoin mining hash price is basically at an all-time low. That means per terahash a second of Bitcoin mining power, you're making not a lot of money. Here's some of my mining data. I'm mining about 0.002 Bitcoin per day with about 26 Bitcoin miners. 122, 117. That's not a lot of money considering how many miners I'm operating. I don't have a particularly cheap electricity rate. So most of my Bitcoin miners have gone from being profitable to then most of them breaking even to most of them actually losing money. They are burning more than they're earning in Bitcoin mining every day. And that's based on Bitcoin's current price. It's down 20% from its all-time high currently. So if we put a 20% boost on this, we'd be at about 150 bucks a day. Still honestly not that great, but better. So let's look at coin number 1. It's the second most profitable coin to mine. That's Dogecoin, not Kaspa, contrary to popular belief. Doge is also merge mined with Litecoin. So it's actually not 1.6 million daily right now. It's nearly $2 million of emission or mining profitability to be had. In the current landscape of mining, by the way, most mining is done with ASIC miners. These are application-specific integrated circuit miners. These are purpose-built machines that only mine normally one specific cryptocurrency mining algorithm. Notice this list we have here. You can look at the algorithm and you almost don't see algorithms repeated ever in this list other than really Litecoin and Dogecoin, which are literally mined together, and then Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. Other than that, all of these pretty much have unique mining algorithms. There's great benefits to that for the actual project, but it can be at the detriment and higher risk to the actual individual miner. So we're mining Litecoin, right? We've got about 52 megahash or gigahash a second of mining capabilities. We have 3 DG1s, 2 L7s, and I dream of owning the newest miner released, the Antminer L9. The only script miner I would buy would be the Antminer L9. It's just more powerful, it's more efficient, it's got best-in-class capabilities. So I'm earning about 0.17 LTC a day with these miners and about 600 Doge. So that's about $11, nearly $12. And then about $70 in Doge. So that's very good. I'm coming out more than $10 per mining rig in mining profitability, even after going down 32% on this coin's price in the last 30 days. If you wanted to jump into Dogecoin mining right now, the AlphaPex DG1 and DG1 Plus, which is a overclocked version of this basically, would be the best miners to buy. There's also the old Antminer L7. Those are easy to find and buy still. They trend around $6,000 after you punch in the VoskCoin coupon code to save some coin. We're an affiliate with Coin Mining Central and they support the channel, just so you know. But you can check other sites, manufacturers, you can check the resellers, and they've adjusted their prices to be much more aggressive recently, which I'm very happy to see. Enter the L9 though. It's a powerhouse and it's not really priced out of the market, right? You go for the DG1 Plus, 14,000 megahash a second for 11 grand, or you can go up to 16 gigahash, and apparently these are going to be trading around 13 grand.
Hey guys, it's Miss Vosk here to tell you about today's video sponsor, Trunk. Trunk is a cross-chain deflationary utility token on the Elephant Money protocol. Trunk has a permissionless pool on Solend, which is the third largest pool on the platform and gives users an opportunity to earn more yield. Solend is kind of like Aave, which is a dApp where you can supply capital and be rewarded for it. The pool currently has a supply of over 26 million, and the Trunk USDC pool has a supply APR over 10% and has had spikes of over 200%. To learn more about Trunk and Solend, check out the link in the video description below. Please make sure you understand the risks of permissionless pools before investing.
At a glance, you'd want the DG1 Plus, but I'm taking this. This has even more efficiency, and it's just going to give me a better longevity and runway. Dogecoin mining is not cheap by any means. There are mini miners like the Mini Doge, which we've released several Mini Doges in collaboration with Goldshell over the years. And during the times of those previous releases, they were much, much more profitable. Their chip technology has not kept up with the competition, and they just don't earn enough compared to how much electricity they consume, in my opinion, to be viable anymore. Let's look at coin number 2, which is actually another double coin. It's Ethereum Classic ETC as well as Zilliqa. So you can merge mine these cryptocurrencies. I have one miner. Actually, I have a couple, but we're going to just look at one. I have one miner, in particular, the EZ100 merge mining ETC and ZIL at the same time. It's getting almost 13,000 megahash a second of average hash rate per day, even though it's only supposed to do 12.5. So that's great. That's a movement in a direction I like. It's mining about 0.9 ETC a day, as we can see here in the data, and about 350 ZIL. Probably on average. 0.95, I just took that as a rough average, is the ETC. That would put us at $21.50 a day. Even if we bump it down to 0.9, that's $20 a day in mining profitability for one mining rig. But it gets even sweeter. We look at ZIL coming in at 350. It's basically $6, so we're really mining about $26 a day, and that's great. But these miners are incredibly expensive. The EZ100 in particular, I don't even want to say the price. You can look at the price. Yeah, we've got the code that gets it down and stuff, but like this is like what these things trade for, somewhere around this price. They thankfully have the EZ100C that is coming out basically like now. I haven't been able to get one in to review yet, but it mines at 3,800 megahash a second as opposed to the 12,500 megahash a second. Keeps a great efficiency there. And comes in at a much lower price point, but still, it's most miners are still very expensive. It's still over $5,000 to get into that. You could look at some of the alternative Ethereum Classic miners, like the Jazz miners, like the X16P, which we have on the farm, the E9 Pro, which we have on the farm. We have most of these other Jazz miners out here. But the point is, like, the EZ100 is literally twice as efficient and powerful as the X16P. So dollar for dollar, it's a better buy to get the EZ100 if you can swing it. The E9 Pro uses basically the same electricity to mine as the EZ100, but mines at 1/3 the speed, at less than 1/3 the speed, at like 1/4 the cost. So if you have a great electricity rate, it could be more viable for you. ETC plus ZIL is coin number 2, and the absolute go-to miner, if you can swing it, is the EZ100. Granted, they have the EZ100 Plus, I think it's being called, coming out soon. That's going to be even more powerful. Probably going to have similar efficiency, but either way, it's also probably not going to be cheaper. So I think the most viable and approachable miner in this equation that makes sense based on efficiency, because efficiency equals longevity. The most efficient miner is the best miner. It will last the longest. The coin can become more difficult to mine. It can go down in price. There could be more competition, whatever, and it will be able to be, truly more profitable longer. It will earn more than it burns longer. Right, so that makes the EZ100C the clear choice if you cannot swing the EZ100, which I don't blame you. I mean, miners are coming out at the prices of cars these days. It's tiring, right? And you may say, well, Vosk, how come you haven't talked about Kaspa mining yet? Because we talk about Kaspa mining like what feels like every freaking day, right? So technically the most profitable miners out there are the Kaspa miners. KS5, KS5 Pro, Ice River KS5M, Ice River KS5L, the Dragon Ball Pro Plus, the Ivy Link BMKS Max, the Dragon Ball KS6, the Antminer KS3, the Windminer sucks. So all of these different mining rigs, we've got many of them into review. It's been an exhausting endeavor, right? Mentally, financially. Kaspa mining has been crazy. It's been exhausting because the second you get a new miner in, you're all excited. Oh, haha, cool, go me. And then a new, better one comes out, or one with similar specs comes out at maybe a better price. I mean, the Windminer came out, was terribly expensive early. Then the KS6 came out, and it was weirdly priced. And the Ivy Link BMKS Max had an early batch that was quickly swept up, and then they've tried to meet the demand. But these are wildly profitable miners. They're pulling in about $40 a day. They only cost about $8 a day to run on a 10 cent per kilowatt hour electricity rate, which is just a good residential electricity rate. Remember, mining farms have 8 cents, 5 cents, 4 cents, 3 cents cost per kilowatt hour. It's even easier for them to survive. People buying this stuff up in mass, but long story short is Kaspa reduces the amount of coins mined per month every month forever. The network hash rate is absolutely ballooning, right? Compared to a year ago, it's become 355 times more difficult to mine the same amount of coins, not even including the fact that they've gone down in the actual emission, meaning that's even more difficult than 355 times. Yeah, the rumor is that the manufacturers, Bitmain in particular, are producing a ton of KS5 Pros, which is why they have dropped significantly in price for their incoming August batch. These things have been flying off the shelves at 20 grand. So the fact that they're priced so aggressively at 12 grand now, honestly, is mind-blowing, and it's led to huge price reductions in their competitors. Just a month ago, the KS5L and the BMKS Max would have sold for 10 grand. No longer. A miner that's remained surprisingly profitable and viable for a long time is the AL box. We thought that the just competition for alpha mining was going to be huge, and that someone was going to show up with a much more powerful, efficient, profitable miner quickly. But my AL box has been doing well. We look at the mining profitability over the last month, and we were getting about 20 coins a day. It's continually going down, but we're still getting about 14 coins per day, which is good mining profitability. But the real coin that I want to shout out at number 3 is actually Nervos Network CKB with the K7. A few months ago, these things were absolute cash cows, and they're only making a couple bucks a day now, but they're still in the green. And let me show you a miner that a miner and a coin I constantly compare to Nervos Network from basically the same era. That's going to be Kadena KDA and the KA3 at 10 cents per kilowatt hour. You're basically breaking even at this point. It's disheartening. So I've spent several $1,000s to acquire additional KA3s semi-recently, and pulling in 23 cents a day, I'm going to break even in never. That's when I'm going to break even. But I'm hodling the coins. I hope, these things pump. I hope we hit new all-time highs. And if that happens, this will be an incredibly lucrative endeavor in retrospect. To pull in a couple bucks a day, it's not that interesting. It's not as enticing. And these miner prices are not matching their profitability. So we go and look at the K7. They're sold out right now, for one. But they were selling for 6 grand all day after CKB had a huge pump, and basically all stock everywhere vanished. And then Bitmain was like, hey, we're even going to release and make more. I would say that that's a coin I'm watching. I want to call it number 3, but based on the fact that the K7 is a bit of an older miner, there's probably a better version coming soon. And I believe there were some specs leaked that there was a better version around like 70, 80 terahash a second. Not exponentially better, but absolutely better. But really, number 3 is kind of like barely going to be Alpha in the AL box. This thing's newer. It's uncertain. There's less competition. This cryptocurrency has not been doing well price-wise. It was up huge when these were released. The coin, the cryptocurrency's price, trading around $3. And then also a lot of them went up for sale and flew off the shelves when it was trading around $2.50, $3 over here as well. 14 coins a day equates to almost $19 a day in mining profitability. This is a device right now before any discounts is at about $6,000. So you divide that by, I mean, it's costing like maybe like 60 cents a day to run. You know, you're looking at a 333 day break even. It's not awesome. This is a coin that could easily pump. It's only got a $100 million market cap. Could also go to freaking zero. A new, way better miner could come out soon. But this kind of reflects the current situation that we are dealing with. And that really reflects why I have such miner fatigue with so many models having been released and flown off the shelves recently, right? And this is just basically ASIC mining. There's still GPU mining. Granted, it's not profitable at all. There's also FPGA mining, basically the same thing. And there's DeepIn, which has been profitable at times on certain projects, or in retrospect, some companies have done, myself and many others, very wrong, really damaging that sector. It's a weird time to be mining. There's also hard drive mining, really just championed by Chia XCH, which has not been a lucrative endeavor since Chia keeps dumping and hard drives are very expensive, and the block reward halved, making the amount of coins mined per day half. I wish I had better news, but this is the news, and while mining is still profitable, these miner prices are absolutely inflated from recent times and just market fervor. But the prices don't reflect, in my opinion, the risk involved with all of this and the returns. So I'm being very cautious about how I expand my farm, but these coins in particular are the ones that are intriguing me the most, and I'm the most interested and eager to potentially expand into those altcoins more. The S21 XPs were recently announced, absolute Bitcoin mining powerhouses at 300 terahash a second. So they will make S19s obsolete. I don't think that S19s have much of a runway left, especially for smaller scale miners. That's the situation. These are the coins that I'm seriously looking at, and definitely taking some time to look at what am I going to do with the farm? Where am I going to take it from here? Or is this that moment in the cycle where I'm going to pivot and start investing a lot more of my time and resources and capital into solar power to offset my electricity cost? Because if I was making my own juice, I couldn't lose. So it's time for me to go check on our CCO. Yeah, you guessed it. The Chief Cutie Officer. That's Tails. Ruin 10 seconds of that pup in every video. Thanks for watching and tuning in. I hope you like the content. Bit of a crash course in the current situation, what I'm looking at, what I'm doing, sharing my research and data with you. If you find any value in that, I hope that you just go ahead, subscribe, stick around, chasing 1 million subscribers. And with this market, I feel like it's far away. So I need your help. Thanks for watching.